Welcome to Frequently Asked France Questions, this series where I teach you things I've learned about immigrating to France the hard way so that you don't have to. In today's episode, birth certificates. This might be a bit of a surprise to you, but birth certificates don't actually work the same way in every country. Where I come from, a birth certificate is just a simple piece of paper that contains information about your birth. It's also a document that doesn't ever really change, so if you have the original birth certificate or an official copy of it, you're pretty much set for anything you need it for. In France, things work a little bit differently. Birth certificates in France are more of a living document. They are amended regularly to include things like name changes, marriages, divorces, who you voted for in Eurovision, all the important stuff. Every French citizen can access their birth certificate online for free. They can also get a free copy of it sent to them by just ordering it via the internet, and it arrives in the post. For this reason, if somebody asks you for a copy of your birth certificate in France, they might also have a stipulation on how old that copy is allowed to be. Sometimes the copy cannot be older than 3 months. Other times it cannot be any older than 6 months. You might think to yourself, well, birth certificates work differently in my country, so surely my original birth certificate from 1985 should do the trick. Well, you could try, but don't be surprised if it's thrown back in your face by a French bureaucrat because it's too old. Alors, désolé monsieur, c'est pas possible aujourd'hui. My advice is to plan as far ahead as you possibly can. If you know you're going to need your birth certificate for a few different appointments, try to line them up as close together as possible. That way, you're going to save time and money getting these copies. Otherwise, you could end up like me. I have about 15 copies of my birth certificate. Each one of them cost me at least 45 euros to be printed, copied, and stamped by an apostille. I then had to spend an additional fee getting all of those translated into French. I have spent an ungodly amount of money reprinting one document that has never changed my entire life, and there's not a single thing I can actually do with any of those copies now. But I'm not bitter about it at all.